Welcome to Flash Globe.
In one of the most shocking and heartbreaking announcements in tennis this year, Nick Kyrgios is facing a suspension after testing positive for cocaine. The 31-year-old Australian star, once a Wimbledon finalist and one of the sport's most electrifying talents, has admitted to the mistake and is now stepping away from the game while authorities decide his fate. The story unfolded this week when the International Tennis Integrity Agency confirmed that Kyrgios provided a sample during an ATP 250 event in Mallorca, Spain, on June 22, 2026. Weeks later, on July 17, a World Anti-Doping Agency accredited laboratory detected benzoylecgonine, a metabolite of cocaine, in his system. Because cocaine is classified as a substance of abuse and is banned in competition, a provisional suspension became mandatory. That suspension has been in place since August 4, and Kyrgios has not contested it. In a raw and emotional statement shared on social media, Kyrgios took full responsibility. He wrote, "I recently failed a drug test in Mallorca after testing positive for cocaine. I made a huge mistake and I take full responsibility for it." He went on to apologize to his fans, family, sponsors, and especially to the children who look up to him, acknowledging the poor example he set. In another post, he revealed the personal struggles behind the incident, saying there were times he felt helpless and alone, though he stressed that none of it excuses what happened. He also announced he would be stepping away from social media and public life for 28 days to focus on getting himself right. The consequences could be severe. While substances of abuse sometimes carry reduced sanctions if taken out of competition, Kyrgios's positive test came during an event, which means he could face a lengthy ban. Under ITIA rules, he is barred from playing, coaching, or even attending tournaments sanctioned by the ATP, WTA, Grand Slams, or national associations while the case is pending. For a player whose career has already been limited by injuries, Kyrgios has competed in just 4 matches in 2026. This suspension could mark a devastating turning point. Tennis fans around the world are reacting with a mix of sadness and concern. Kyrgios has always been a polarizing figure, brilliant on court, controversial off it, but few expected this chapter. His talent was undeniable, from his thunderous serve to his showmanship that drew crowds wherever he played. Now, instead of highlights and match wins, the conversation is about redemption, recovery, and what comes next for one of the sport's most gifted but troubled stars. As the investigation continues, all eyes will be on the tribunal that will determine the length of Kyrgios's suspension. Until then, the tennis world waits, and hopes that this moment becomes a turning point not just for his career, but for his well-being. If you found this update helpful, please consider liking this video and subscribing for more breaking sports news and stories that matter.